So this video is how to use a Keurig. So starting off, you just want to make sure your Keurig's clean so it brews correctly. So first things first, I always open this up, and usually I forget to take my pods out, so I throw these away. And another thing that I don't do too often, but you can do, is clean out your actual container. And the bottom also pops off. Get it off. And just like rinse water through it. Make sure it's nice and clean. You can get buildup with like coffee grounds and other things with it. I don't have a toothpick right now, but the little needle inside there, you can get a toothpick in and clean that out. This is just to make sure you're gonna brew your coffee correctly. So yeah, dry it out, put it back together, same way you took it apart. There's little notches that you can hook it onto, so it should snap on pretty easily. And there's a little arrow on top of here, so that aligns with, there's an arrow on here, so just align them together and it should snap into place, and then it shouldn't rotate anymore. So that's cleaning this part. Next thing is cleaning water reservoir. So this should pop off. You can take this off, literally just wash it through. Mine has an extra filter. Literally, I just usually run water through it. I just did this and it takes a while to clean, so I'm just gonna put it back together. Also, you want to make sure that the screen down here is nice and dry when you put it back on, and the little hole in here is dry, because otherwise you might get your Keurig might give you an error message saying it's not ready to brew because there's water in areas that shouldn't be. So just make sure it's all dry before you put it back on. Alright. Next step. Plug it in. Alright. So once it's plugged in, you do have to hit on. A lot of Keurigs do still have an on button. So pretty easy. Once you have it on, it usually walks you through the steps. So right here it says add water. So I'm just gonna grab a big cup and take off the lid to the reservoir and add water. Keurig recommends using filtered water because it's less cleaning afterward, because with like just tap water you might get like lime scale buildup in your Keurig, but I don't have filtered water right now, so I'm just going to use just normal tap water. Typically I overfill my water just like so I can get like 1 or 2 cups out of it before I have to add more water. And as you can hear, it's starting to heat up. This is probably like the longest process, so usually while it's heating up I do other things. So first thing is picking out a cup size. So these are like standard cup size, so a standard mug's usually going to be your middle button to brew. So that'll be like your standard normal cup size, and the small cup is probably like a little teacup size, so a little bit smaller than a normal cup, which I don't have a reference size. And then the big cup is usually, I'd say this is probably like the max. So like this one always brews right up to the top. You can also use like larger tumblers. So what's nice about this one is it still fits under it. If you want to use a larger cup, as you can see, it doesn't fit. But this bottom part comes off, and then you can fit your cup nicely under that. So I'm going to use this cup size and just show you how like evenly it brews up. You can also, if you don't like the sizes of brewing it, you can change the sizes of water, so you can recalibrate it to do different sizes. So I'm going to go choose a K cup. I have them stored back here. So just a simple Folgers. It's actually decaf, just Colombian brew. And I usually wait till, so as it still says, it says not ready, so just waiting for it to finally finish. And it'll make all these sounds if you can't hear it. Like I said, this is the longest process. That takes a while. Some people leave their Keurigs on all the time, so it's already always heated, so maybe that might be something if you want to do. And now we just wait patiently until it says ready. Alright, so it says ready to brew, and as you can see, if you saw like the lights go on. So just pop it open, put your K-cup in, just nice and easily, push it down, and once you push it down, these lights will start to flash, and then you pick your cup size. So as I said, the biggest one fills this like perfectly, so I'll just hit that button, and it should start brewing, make all funny sounds, but it'll get your cup brewing. Also at this time I usually get other stuff ready, so I'll grab my coffee creamer that I'm going to add. I always have a big one in the fridge because I use it often. I usually just get a spoon out. And should start. I like watching it. It's a little satisfying. Usually the liquid starts out really brown, so it's like strong at first, and then it dilutes out towards the end. Per cup, it's all different, so if you want it stronger, you can maybe find like a stronger K-cup, or you can brew smaller cup sizes and use more cups. But yeah, so that's the basics on how to use a K-cup. We'll watch it, how perfectly this fills up, and then we'll call it good. One perfect K-cup brewed.